Good morning. Not even a chuckle with the good morning. All right, that one missed. That's all good. Doing well. Look, so turning the page on the Jacksonville, a team that, even though their record may not be what they want it to be, they still have weapons all over the place. They have weapons, obviously, as on the defensive line, linebackers, really on all three levels defensively. I would say offensively, they also have, big players over there. So we got to do a good job, matching their intensity, or they have to match our intensity, and that's going to be, our focus this week. And our focus also is we got to start games faster. We have to start games faster, and that's definitely a point of emphasis this week.
I feel like maybe this trip to London can kind of re-energize you guys and get you kind of going in the right direction.
Yeah, I hope so. I would say, looking back on that last game that we just played, there were times and things that you could pull out of that game and be encouraged about. In saying that, I think we need to do a better job playing complementary football, and hopefully, a long trip across the pond, helps us continue to build our relationships and chemistry, and we start trending in the right direction.
Jerod, short of schematics, game planning, what can you do to try to produce better starts? What are the things you do this week to try to produce better starts?
Yeah, so we have a period in practice today where it's like nothing else really matters. It's not about X's and O's and schematics. You must have saw the practice script. But we have a start fast period where, it's just offense versus defense, and we're rolling out of the gate, and that's the plan.
You mentioned a period last week where you guys opened good on good and it was a blitz period. Is that something you've been trying lately, or will this be new today, the good on good right
now? No, we've done this the past couple of weeks, so it's not much different. Today we'll do it in the red area, though, because I think that's a place that we need to do a better job offensively and defensively.
What have you seen from Pop the last couple of weeks that's allowed you to have a level of success in games?
Look, he's one of our best route runners. He can really run any route, and he does a great job getting open. I would say now we're finding him, and the quarterbacks are making the good throws to him, and he's picking up a lot of yards.
Have you found any common denominators on the penalties? I mean, we saw the practice against the Jaguars.
Yep.
Didn't seem to clean up for a period of time, looking at that beginning of the year, and then they've come between unforced errors. And
that's
then
right.
Guys where you can tell they're just trying to get back to this.
Yeah, I mean,
In the last two.
the common denominator is just a lack of focus. When we're in the middle of the season now, and to have a penalty on the first play of the game is just unacceptable. And so it's a lack of focus.
Just real quick, I'm sorry. Who do you yell at?
Well, I will say this, like, there will be changes for this game. And so my message to the coaches and the players, really, we want our most dependable players out there that we can really count on. If you're going to, pre-snap, post-snap penalties, we can't live that way. So I guess to answer your question, it's the personnel part of it, like a wake-up call.
And that's that start period. Is that like the top offense versus the top?
It is. Yeah, we did the last couple of weeks, which, hopefully, obviously didn't produce what we wanted to, but maybe through doing it again, it'll work.
Jerod, when you mentioned changes this week, just to clarify, does that mean in the starting lineup, or what are those changes?
Yeah, there'll definitely be changes in the starting lineup. Look, we got to put the best guys out there that give us the best chance to win.
Coach, I know the linebackers are put in a tough spot. No Juwan Bentley, just activated Sione Takitaki, but what have you seen from that group recently?
I would just say we have to be better. We're not playing at the level that we need to. And look, Bentley's not coming back anytime soon. And so we need someone to step up in that role. And so whether you get that from the linebacker room or the safety room, you just need to have, better production out of that group.
Jerod, there was a police report filed to do with Christian Barmore in Providence. Are you guys aware of the situation? Have you addressed it?
Yeah, we're aware of the situation. I had a conversation with him this morning. But, like I said, at least for this time here with you guys, I just want to kind of focus on Jacksonville.
Can you provide any update on the Jerod Mayo?
Look, we'll see as the week progresses. It's unfortunate. Again, one of our most dependable offensive linemen, going down is definitely difficult. In saying that, we'll see how the week goes.
Expected to be out of practice today?
I'm not sure. Not sure.
Jerod, second straight year for the organization having an international game. What did you learn about last year's experience that you're maybe applying to this week as you guys prepare for this game?
Just say this, the schedule as far as, leaving tomorrow and making sure the guys are fresh for Sunday. I thought we were fresh last year. We just didn't play well. So that's what I learned is just the schedule. It's tough to go, to go east versus west, but I think we have a good plan.
With Vidarian Lowe going down, we guys look to move Mike back out to right tackle.
That's in consideration.
Jerod, what do you remember about 2012 against the St. Louis Rams in Wembley Stadium?
Not much. Was that Steven Jackson? 2012. Was that Steven Jackson, that running back?
We're up to the Nutcrackers spike.
Yeah, we won that game. Yeah. What was the score?
45-7.
Yeah, it was great. Honestly, I remember more about after the game because we had a good time before we got back on the plane.
This may be more of an Elliott question, but you guys picked up another center yesterday. When you called Green Bay's practice squad. What attracted you to the guy?
Yeah, he has upside. I would say once again we look at the practice squad as a place where we want to develop those players. So hopefully they become starters at some point or rotational players. I did learn left-handed snappers. It's a little bit different. I never knew that, which I thought was interesting. But this guy definitely has potential to be a good player for us.
The Bills and Jets added Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper yesterday. Were you guys in on any of those conversations?
Those are conversations that we, when I say we, the scouting department, Elliott and his staff and the coaches talk about. I would say those teams that you're mentioning are at different points in that cycle. So we weren't really in on that stuff.
Jerod, how do you quantify growth from the first game to the second game, just moving forward for a guy like Drake and just trying to see that progress?
Yeah, for a guy like Drake or really any other player, you want to see him get better in practice. And then obviously you get to the game, you want to see the confidence. You want to build off the things from the previous game or the prior game and just continue to, erase the mistakes that he made in this past game.
When you talk about starting fast, specifically offensively with Drake, will there be any consideration moving forward to just try to maybe get him some easy throws to start out to sort of get him into the rhythm of the game? How do you feel like the early portion of the game plan went for him this past week?
Well, the past week, we had those run plays. I would also say it was the first time that a rookie quarterback, making his first start, center, really being here 5 days, that was part of it. But I think you guys, as you watched the film, he got better as the game went on, and that was important to see. And so once again, hopefully we can build off of that.
Jelani said Monday that when asked about what he saw in film, he said we're pissed off and we have a lot to prove. How much do you feel that will resonate amongst the entire group as you get ready for this next
Yeah, to me, and I tell the guys this all the time, it's about that action. It's no more about like talking about what we need to do. It's about what we put out there on Sunday.
Your final question, sir. When you talk about this being the foundation of the year and the concept of we're going to figure out what we have and then we have going through, how do you maintain what is kind of a building year when you've got a point in the cycle and maintaining the urgency for players to take? But you need to win now.
Yeah.
It's not for next year.
And that's the tough balance. And I would say, from my perspective, we can win with the guys in that locker room. And we just have to go out there and do it. And it starts this week against Jacksonville.
You'll obviously see matchups this weekend. Just wondering, how much, if at all, did the way things fell apart for him weigh on you when deciding how cautious to be with Drake's development plan and when to play?
I didn't really think about it that way. I think every situation with a first-year quarterback is its own unique situation. And so, Mac is, I'm good friends with Mac. I think he's a great guy, and hopefully he turns into a great quarterback. Thanks, guys.